Hello, everyone. And in this section of the course, we are going to talk about uh, a lab which is absolutely free for you. And Cisco has come up with the idea that whichever technology you want to explore and learn and have your complete hands on, you can come to Cisco itself and learn directly from there. You do not need expensive hardware, uh, and you can save plenty of your time uh, just setting up the servers, building it up. Though I'm not saying that it's not important to learn how to install and configure your servers and integrate them together. Uh, but Cisco has come up with a unique idea wherein you have got everything set up in terms of routing, switching, firewalls, data center, cloud, collaboration tools, and so on. So, which is absolutely free. That's the best part of it. So, it saves a lot of time and money and effort that you would be putting in while setting up the environments, starting from buying fancy hardwares to configuring them, installing them, and integrating them together. So, without any further delay, I'm very excited to take you to a tour of Cisco Sandbox, which is part of the DevNet initiative of Cisco. Uh, so, here I am on this page, which is Cisco's Sandbox. And I'm gonna click on Get Started with Sandbox. The URL is developer.cisco.com/site/sandbox slash hashtag. You do not need to remember this URL. However, you can simply go ahead and do a Google and say, Cisco Sandbox, and it'll take you to this first website which says Sandbox Cisco DevNet, and you can click here and can log in from here. If you're not logged in, since I'm logged in already, it shows my initial of my first and last name. But I'm going to click on Get Started with Sandbox, and it's going to take me to the lab catalog. Uh, Here you are, like I was talking about, the broader category is available here, from networking to collaboration to IoT. Everything you want to explore about, the lab is always here. So I'm gonna focus more about Cisco collaboration labs, uh, wherein, like I said, everything what you want to explore, yeah, you have it here, from Cisco BroadWorks to Cisco WebEx, Cisco Unified Communication Manager, uh, Cisco Unified Communication Manager 11.5, 12.0, 12.5, and they all are integrated with IMN Presence Server. Apart from that, you have got Jabberbot. You also have got the PCCE lab, which is pretty expensive to set up. But here at Sandbox, you get it for free for 8 hours. And remember, guys, you can claim that. You can reserve these instances as many times as you want without any problem. But you can claim only one lab at a time as per Cisco free DevNet labs. So let's go to the Cisco Contact Center part. So there you go. You have got Cisco UCCX with Finis and CCX APIs and full-blown, contact center environment, which not only has got one UCCX server, but whatever you wish to explore from call manager to Finis server, you have it. And you also have got the endpoint computers installed as well. So here is the topology, which says UCCX 12.5, and then you have got your CUCM publisher with 12.5 version, CUCM subscriber. Then you have got your IMN presence server, your voicemail, and then these three, Jabber 1, 2, 3, are the instances for um, you know uh, your end users, and these are the other machines that you may use, but we're gonna focus mainly on Cisco Contact Center in this lab here. So they're talking about everything that you have here, from customer collaboration portal to CUCM, IM presence, CUC, domain controller, everything right here mentioned. So you can read about the general, stuff, how you want to, how you can reserve the lab and how you can connect the lab. So you can simply click here on the right hand side top corner on click on reserve button, and you'll be able to reserve this instance. Schedule a reservation for up to 1 week. This is something which is not really for free. I mean, I haven't tried it, at least. The maximum I have got is only for 8 hours. You'll receive an email with VPN credential when the sandbox is ready. So once the sandbox is ready, Cisco sends an email on your personal email, wherein you get a URL like this. Let me just expand it so you could take a look at the URL. So devnet sandbox -us -sjc, like San Jose .cisco.com, and then a port number. So once you put in connect, it's going to prompt you the username and password. And these username and password you can put in, and you can connect to Cisco network to your live lab. So obviously you need to have Cisco AnyConnect Secure Mobility Client, and you have to sign up for Sandbox first so that you can receive this username, password, credentials on your email address, in your personal email address. So you can install AnyConnect. You can download it from here and install it, and then connect to the Sandbox environment with the help that I just talked about. And you may now connect all of the servers of the Sandbox directly as a PC on the Sandbox local network. The IP address details are mentioned right here for every server. So these are the URLs basically that you can connect your servers directly from your PC, or you can browse them through. And you have got your username and password and the connection method. Obviously, it's saying that you can browse it through HTTPS, which is browser, or you can directly put it into it. Similarly, for subscriber, UCCX, Cisco Finis, Cisco UIC, Cisco Unified Intelligence Center, and so on. So this is a full-blown server with 3 devices. This is going to act like agent machines, wherein you'll have your Jabber running. Then let's go to the Finis tab here. You have got your the details of all the end users. So it talks about how you can register the phone by logging into your Jabber. There are 20 Finis agent or phones and 5 standard user phones pre-configured for Jabber. You don't need to configure these all. This is all Cisco has taken care of all of this. There are 3 Windows servers that already have the Jabber application installed, and agent or phone credentials have been entered already. Agent 001 extension 6001 can be found on Jabber 1. Agent 2 with extension 6002 is on Jabber 2. Agent 013 with extension 6013 is on Jabber 3. So the username, password, IP address, all the details for the end user machine with Jabber pre-installed is what you get over here. You also have got your Finis desktop URL for the agent to log in on its browser and put in the credential, which is mentioned right here for every agent. Agent 01. This is the username, this is the password, and this is the extension. And these are the three information you need when you log into Cisco Finis. All right, so then the IVR. The IVR is also pre-built, but you can, like I said, that you can play about it as much as you want, and you can basically call 6,000 number and test the live IVR, which is set by Cisco, or you can modify the call flow. You can get into the UCCX scripting part of it. You can, change the variables, you can change the prompts, record your own audio and set menus, distribute the call with the help of ACDs, and route the calls to the agent with the help of CSQs, and everything that pretty much what you want. Apart from IVR and call queuing, you have got the chat. How does a customer chat with an agent? Exactly, you can have the feel of live chat with each department listed in the table, which is right here. So team 1, IT tier 1, agent 0 to 1 is part of tier 1 IT support. These are the teams they have already created and the corresponding queue name, and so on. Email is also configured. Pretty much you can explore every feature that you can in any lab environment. So without any further delay, I'm gonna go ahead and click on reserve here, and it takes around 30 minutes. That's what Cisco claims. Sometimes it's ready within 20 to 25 minutes. So once you click on reserve, it's gonna get you an email that we are reserving it for you, and we'll send you another notification once the lab is reserved. So I just clicked on confirm, and it's giving me the lab for 8 hours. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for another 30 minutes or so. So here you go. It says setup is estimated to end in 35 minutes for this particular lab, and I'm gonna have it ready for me with all the servers installed without any hardware that I needed, right? So you can pretty much come over here and play around with Cisco DevNet. All right, so I'm just gonna pause the video for some time when the lab is estimated to be ready, and I'm gonna come start the recording again from there. All right, so we have got our lab finally ready, and we see the status change to active here. Active Sandbox will end in 7 hours and 23 minutes. So it took almost around 32 minutes for the lab to be started and active. And then finally it's here for our testing, whatever you want to do for another 7 hours and 23 minutes. So the instructions that we have it already here, and the activities tab will show you what all has happened throughout when we started this lab. So right from here it shows everything that happened to build this lab here. The output tab tells about the lab setup completed, lab is ready for use. When we requested, it started doing its own stuff. And remember, this is all because of automation. No one is doing anything to build this lab for you. When you schedule it, it's all automated. And that's quite an achievement for Cisco and for all the Cisco engineer. All right, so the lab is ready. All the servers are ready. Now you can go and click on the arrow key or these attributes, and you can click on any of them, and this small pop-up window would come up here where you can check the virtual machine details. So this one here is the host name, UCCX 12.5, and 10.10.20.10 is the IP address. That's where the UCCX virtual machine is physically located in, US W1, US West 1, B Center 1. This is the virtual machine image, and these are the exact requirement of UCCX for 12.5, which is 2 vCPU, 10 gigs of memory, and 146 gigs of hard disk. You have got your CentOS. That's the operating system that you have in for UCCX. IP address, MAC address, network adapter, port group name, etc. So this one is completely for the VM details. The structure tag wouldn't have anything for us. For the attribute, we can find out the password for the browser, username, password for CLI, the username and password. So pretty much we're good to go with each one. You can check in here, and since your lab is ready, you can directly browse it. To connect to the lab, basically you need to also be connected to the UCCX, to the Sandbox through Cisco AnyConnect. So I'm gonna bring my Cisco AnyConnect here, and I'm gonna check my email for any password that would have come in by Cisco, and I'll connect my labs there. So I've opened my email into a different tab altogether, and I've received the URL and username and password that I cannot show here, but I can at least type in the URL that I received in my email. The email subject says your Cisco DevNet Sandbox lab is ready, and it says good news, your Unified Contact Center Express 12.5 Sandbox lab is ready, and now let's get you connected to your Sandbox lab. So it also gives me the option to download and install Cisco AnyConnect VPN, and then it gives me this particular URL. So I'm gonna hit connect, and it's gonna ask me for my username. So since I've already connected many times, my username is populated. The password I can copy from my email and say okay. So it's gonna try to connect me to Cisco network. Once I'm connected, I just receive a pop-up saying Cisco AnyConnect is connected to DevNet Sandbox USW1 reservation URL. So I'm connected here. So I'm good to go, and I can pretty much put in any of the URL. For example, if I put in the URL for CUCM publisher, I can directly open it. There you go. So I have my Cisco call manager, and to know the password, right? The publisher is right here, administrator, and password is right here. So I'm gonna put in administrator and password to be this, copy paste. This is standard username and password Cisco has maintained throughout, and we should be in a moment here. So, well, congratulations, you're logged into Cisco Unified Call Manager Administration. Similarly, we're gonna go ahead and bring in our beloved Cisco UCCX server here, and I'm gonna connect to it. Right, so general certificate notification, and here you go. For authentication, I need my username and password. So I'm gonna do it the same way, copy, paste, and password is this guy here, copy and paste. So my Cisco Contact Center Express is loading up with the latest and greatest version. Congratulations, Cisco Unified Contact Center Express Administration System version 12.5.1. I'm really excited to see how things are working, and you literally have nothing to do here. All you need to do is just play around. Similarly, you can play around with your IMN present server. I'm just gonna bring it in here, IMN presence. And similarly, I'm just gonna use, so the username and password are same for every server here. Gonna just say for IMN presence as well, administrator and Cisco PSDT or PDSA, something like that, PSDT. All right, so Cisco Unified Communications Manager IMN presence. I'm gonna put in my credentials here. Administrator, Cisco PSDT. So here is my Cisco Unified Communication Manager. Here is my Cisco UCCX. Here is my Cisco IMN present server. Now let me open Cisco Unity connection as well. While the IMN present server is loading, I'm going to bring this right here to this tab. All right, so IMN presence, I'm logged in. Meanwhile, it's time for me to proceed with the privacy warning for Unity connection. All right, it's loading up. Now let me just take you to present server. There you go. I have got my Cisco IMN presence ready, Unity connection, sorry, UCCX, and call manager. And now I'm going to log into Cisco Unity connection server. Meanwhile, let me just copy quickly the username and password for Unity connection server. Cisco PSTT. Login. All right, so I can show you the contact center part of it. So you can see the server and Cisco Unified CM configuration. It's already integrated, so this is one node only, like mentioned in the topology. It's only one 12.x server, not the subscriber node. But it's more than enough for you to basically play around with. Cloud Connect, the feature that got introduced with Cisco 12.5 version of UCCX. All right, yeah, so for Cloud Connect to run, you need more virtual RAM as part of the administration guide. All right, so you already see that Cisco Unified Communication Manager details, the publisher, the subscriber servers are already added as AXL service providers, and the credential administrator, username, password, and then you have got CTI manager, these two guys with the username password created in call manager already. And then you have got resource manager, RMCM subsystem, servers already added with the user ID and password created in the call manager. So these are the three username and password that are created in the call manager. We can go ahead and take a look at it. So I'm going to the call manager username, user management, application management, do a find. And JTAPI and CCX RMTAPI. So these are the two users that we see here. JTAPI for CTI services and RMTAPI for resource management purpose. These are the two where we have to create manually before we can actually integrate our UCCX with Call Manager. But thank God you don't have to do literally anything over here. In Cisco DevNet Labs, everything is integrated. Everything is working just perfectly fine. All right, so this is the integration page, which is already done. So we're good to go. Now, I'm not gonna discuss about it. I can just quickly come into application and take a look at the applications that are default built in. So UCCX Sandbox. All right. So you have your sandbox script already created. Uh, with the script selected, UCCX sandbox.aef. Uh, the prompts, menus, timeout, and all the variable which is configurable over the web page we talked about in another video. So when you make it as a parameter in the script, they load over here, so you can simply put the details whichever you want to put in for welcome prompt and so on. So all right, so UCCX 6000 is the trigger number, and so on. All right, so you got to select your audio, you got to put in your welcome menu, the main menu, and the hold file, and so on. All right, so the values of these details you got to put in here. Apart from it, you can click on the trigger number mentioned here, and then it's going to take you to the directory number, the language, application, which is this guy here, and so on. You can click on show more to find more details. So it's enabled. Maximum number of sessions is default, and idle timeout is 5,000. The details that you can configure pretty much here for the trigger. So it's already configured. Notice I want you to just take a look at that. I have not done anything here, but this is all pre-configured for us to explore. Right, so you did not like, all right, so I'm just gonna redo it. We did quite fast execution, so it did not like us in our execution. So I'm gonna go and show you the scripts. Application script management. Right, for some reason it's opening as if error reading script repository data store not initialized. Please activate the repository data store by having the control center page. So looks like something not right, and we can go to the serviceability page and take a look if everything is okay. But in general, right, if you give it some time, the services may come up because it has just loaded, so there could be issue with the services being activated, though everything looks good here. All right, this is the master service, and due to it's in service, RM CM is in service as well. So all right, it looks good though, but we got to troubleshoot it further to know why that is not working. But I have experienced that if you give this setup a little bit more time to stabilize it, services come up, and then you're able to see everything pretty much. The prompt, let's go to the prompt management. So it's creating the same problem with the lab, but then you got the idea, right, that you have got everything as a brand new UCCX server, and you can connect to, let's connect to the agent machine here. I'm gonna do an RDP, and connect to one of the Jabber machine. Right, so you see that I'm connecting over the private network as if I'm just part of the same LAN. There you go. All right, I just say yes, and say log into Cisco Jabber. Just double click it. All right, I did not put in the password, nothing, and I'm just accepting the certificate, and the machine is up and running. Jane Doe. And it's working perfectly fine. Right now, I'm gonna use another machine, Jabber 2. .13 connect. All right. All right. No username password asked. This is the second machine. This is the first machine. So I'm gonna take them side by side. Double click on second machine, Jabber. And all right. So certificate error started to flow in, and there you go. All right, so the third certificate I've received, and it's up as well. All right, so Jane Doe, and this one here is John Doe. The contacts are also pre-added. It shows Jane Doe is active, and here it shows John Doe as active. You can do a chat with each other, and you'll get the pop-ups as well. All right, so okay. And I said hi to myself, basically, and responded. Uh, so I'm Jane Doe, and I need to say hi to John Doe. All right, so it responded basically. Oh, these are the old chats. That was not right now. You there? And I've started to receive the notification over here by Jane Doe. Yeah. Hey Jane. Perfect. So my Jabber is working. Now let's go and log into Cisco Finis, right? These are the agent details. So it says that log into Finis agent desktop. I'm going to use this URL and use one of the end users desktop here. And in order to log in as a Cisco Finis agent, I put in the URL provided by Cisco. All right, took some time, but then here it is. So I'm going to put in these credentials. My Jabber is already logged in, so my end device is active, and I can make calls and all to extension 6002. Let me just test before I do it. 6002, which is John Doe. All right, so I've clicked on it, and I shall be receiving a call over here. Yeah, there you go. Answer, and the call should be connected between Jane and John. All right, so 6001, 6002. All right, so I'm going to keep 6002 here, 6001 here for simplicity, and hang up the call. All right, so sorry about that. All right, so launched my browser here. No, I'm sorry, this is agent 2, this is agent 1. Yeah, this way is good. Username would be agent001. Password is Cisco PSDT extension 6001. Gonna sign in. So it's waiting for Cisco server to respond, so it becomes an active agent here. Right, it took some time, but for some reason it did not go through. All right, let me just open your Firefox browser. Okay, yeah, Firefox is supported, not this one here, but again, it works wonders. So let me just try to sign in into my personal desktop. Agent 001, Cisco PSTT is already fed in 6001. For some reason, it did not work in the browser. I've seen this problem before as well. Well, let me try to sign in through my local Firefox. All right, perfect. It's loading as agent 1. Sign in. Perfect. So I'm logged into Cisco Finis, and here is the detail that I have as an agent. I can put myself on ready without any problem. Here are the details. Jane Doe. I'm an agent, but with supervisor capabilities. Perfect. So I can also make a call and test this. Right. So I'm just gonna say, let's read out the instruction here, where it says that you can call to 6000, and if I press 1, it's gonna go to agent 001 to agent 004. So I'm gonna use agent 2 Jabber, and I'm gonna dial 6000. It's gonna, all right, so I'm connected to Cisco IVR. It should be playing the welcome menu, and then after some time it's going to give me the menu option. So I put 1 here, and after that I should be receiving a call on my Finis. All right, I have got a call here. I said answer, and I'm on talking mode. So the rest of the things are not working, so I don't need to worry about that part. But I'm connected to the caller, and I'm talking right now. I can see that I'm connected here as well. Perfect. So agent 1 is connected. All I did was dial 6000 and press 1 by this line, and then I was successfully able to take the call from my Cisco Finis as an agent 1. I hung up from here, and I'm back as in ready state again. All right, so there is a lot for you to explore here in Cisco DevNet Lab. It's a full-fledged, like I said, lab which works wonders, and I've used it for many times for any work that I need to do, and I do not have time to set up various versions and various various flavors. So you can come here, choose your sandbox, and pretty much start to work. this particular infra, the topology diagram, you can go ahead and download it from this Sandbox export diagram option, and it's going to also give you the topology right here for your reference. Other options, continue to explore. There are so many things to learn: the connections, the calendar, the events, properties, everything, right? Though it says that I can request for more, but I've tried it before, it did not work for me. You can increase the number of hours that you want this lab to be with you. But if Cisco permits, you'll get it. Otherwise, not really. All right, so I have got this lab active now. Great, for another 6 day, 22 hours, 33 minutes, and I can play around with it. So I'll keep this session till here only for you to explore rest of the options and play around as much as you want with different scenarios. Best of luck and have a good day ahead. Happy learning. Thank you.